This Pacers NBA Finals run has showed me at least two things. One is that the Indiana Pacers are one heck of a well-coached and balanced basketball team. The second being that not only is Tyrese Halliburton super underrated, but Pascal Siakam doesn't get nearly enough love for just how elite the man is. With that being said, I figured I'd show some love to Pascal and make a build that perfectly complements his skill set. I'm talking about a build with elite shooting paired with the post control to take advantage of mismatches on the offensive end and even dunk on folks who try and contest at the rim. Not to mention on defense being able to guard 1 through 5 while being a sturdy rebounder plus rim protector. So without further ado, I'm excited to show y'all this Pascal Siakam build I cooked up. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Jesus Christ first always, man. Enjoy. YouTube, Robinick, aka Game on Romsky. What to do, you guys? Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Thank you guys for tuning into another video. Look, share with Auntie, Granny, Uncle before we even get started. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Thank you to all you who tune into the videos and showing love. Look, today, like I mentioned in the intro, we're gonna make a Pascal Siakam build. We're gonna be number 43. Right-handedness. Get it out the way first. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You want to put this dude on the build, not the Bills. This ain't NFL season yet. You want to put this dude on the Bulls if you want to be number 43. 43 is a random number, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting him on a different team. But Bulls work for me, so go ahead and put him on the Bulls if you want to be number 43. Look, these Pacers are on a crazy, phenomenal, absolutely stunning NBA Finals run. I gotta show love to Pascal, y'all. As you hear right there, I'm over here sipping on my coffee, but go ahead and get your beverage of choice. Sit back, relax, enjoy this build video. Let me know what you think about the build in the comments. Stick to the end so you can see the shades. You can see what type of build name this build gets. And let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. I know we're deep into the season, deep into the year of playing 2K25, and things get a little boring. So you don't necessarily have to make this build, but go ahead and get some inspiration. And if you check this build out and it looks like something that might be fun, try it out. I'm currently on the grind to get to Vet 2 before the new 2K comes out. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'm like 40% starter 5. I haven't even hit Vet 1 yet. Let me know what you guys are doing to rep up so fast. I see all these YouTubers who are super high ranked in their seasons already and whatever. Is it the Pro-Am? Is it the Proving Grounds? Let me know. Trying to rank up, hit that Vet 2, get those +5 cap breakers and make some even crazier builds on this channel. And just to keep in mind, what we're going to be doing on this build is implementing +8 cap breakers. So I don't have a crazy amount, but I wouldn't say I don't have a lot. So 8 is a pretty good amount, and you can get a lot out of the builds with +8 cap breakers. So let's go ahead and move on to the physicals. We're going to stick with an 83 speed. We want to be fast. Pascal Siakam is known for running out on the break. The Pacers team in general is known for running out and playing with a lot of pace. Pun not intended, but that's just how they play. It's pretty funny that that's how that works out. We're going to have an 83 speed. We're going to pair that with an 83 agility, and we're actually going to put an 86 strength. Now you might be wondering why we're going to get into an 86 strength. That's kind of a random number. We're actually going to pair that with a 77 vertical as well. I'll talk about why we put these specific numbers in a little bit. Let's go ahead and move on to the finishing. So for the finishing, we're actually going to put our driving dunk at a 75, and we're going to +5 our driving dunk and eventually get it to an 80. If you don't know, that's going to unlock this Devin Booker dunk style. And you might be saying, like, why did we put Pascal at 6'7"? Well, I looked it up. I thought Pascal was a lot taller than he is, but he's actually only 6'8". So I figured since in this game 6'7" gets you a lot more, I would put him at 6'7". If you want to make him a true height of 6'8" that he is in real life, just know you're not going to be able to get as much out of the build. And since we're a little bit undersized, we're actually going to be able to compensate for that lack of size with our weight of 235 and our wingspan all the way at 7'3". So that's going to help us on the D boards as well, because we know we're going to have to be an elite rebounder like Pascal is in real life. So we're going to have a driving dunk to a 75. We're eventually going to put this at an 80. That's going to unlock this Devin Booker dunk style. We're actually going to pair this driving dunk with a 72 standing dunk. The main reason why I want the 72 standing dunk is because, for one, we get this bronze rise up, but also if you get at least a 70 standing dunk, you're going to be able to get elite basket rim pulls. Those animations are just way more elite than, say, a 40 standing dunk or even anything less than the 70. So that's why we went with a 72 standing dunk. We're actually going to be able to get bronze rise up, like I mentioned. And with an 80 driving dunk, let me see what we get in Aerial Wizard. We actually are going to be able to get gold Aerial Wizard. So you're going to be able to get a little bit more alley-oop animations on your build. So just keep that in mind. Gold Aerial Wizard, I think, is really elite, and you're going to be able to unlock some alley-oop packages with this 80 driving dunks. But let's just go ahead and move that down. Our driving layup is not going to be that high. Another thing that I really wanted to make sure I put on this Pascal Siakam build was elite post control, because he likes to take advantage of mismatches, and you're going to be able to do that on this build. Now, another thing that I wanted to do, which I thought was pretty cool, pretty interesting, is I actually put an 84 post control. And remember, we have those +3 cap breakers still, so we're actually going to get this to an 87, and we're going to put our mid-range up really quick just so you guys can see the level of elite post badges that this unlocks. So we're going to have an 85 midi, and we're going to pair that with a 75-3. Before we get into the elite post moves and badges that this gets, just keep in mind that this 85 midi and this 75-3, you're going to need the 85 midi for this jump shot right here. So we're going to be able to get gold hook specialist because we're going to +3 this close shot. We're going to get gold post fade phenom, gold post powerhouse, and this was another reason reason, like I mentioned earlier, why we got the 86 strength. If you only have 85 strength, you're only going to get post powerhouse on silver, and we want to be elite on the post control movements, so we're going to have 86 strength, and that's going to give us this gold post powerhouse. Gold post up poet. Long story short, man, I think you're getting the picture here. Pascal Siakam is going to be able to be crafty down low. 87 close shot, pair that with an 87 post control, 85 mid range. There's really no moves that you can't do in the post. Now I know you might be thinking the driving layup only had a 55. I feel like driving layup isn't as important, especially because we're going to have an 80 driving dunk, and when we get into the post, we're going to be able to finish in a lot of different ways as opposed to just making a layup. But let's go ahead and move on to the shooting. So as you saw, I have an 85 mid-range, 75 three-pointer, and then for our free throw, since I do play in the rec, I like to put this at least to a 79. Silver set shot specialist, we're gonna have silver deadeye, and again, like I mentioned, the gold post fade phenom. If you are worried about the 75 three-pointer, you think it might be a little too low, I can reassure you that this is actually a very good attribute. With an 85 midi, it's really gonna help you shoot better at the three-point line because you're gonna have that jumper. I feel like a lot of it is not tied to attribute rating necessarily. A lot of it is more tied to, I guess you can say in a roundabout way, it is tied to attribute rating, but it's more important. The attributes are more important in the sense that they unlock a jumper. When you get a jumper that is good, even with a 75 three-pointer, you're going to be able to shoot well because the 85 midi unlocked such a good jumper for you, and I stand by that jumper. I think that it's a very good catch and shoot. I only had silver set shot specialist on this build, and he was still able to shoot very well. So a lot of catch and shoots, space the floor. You're also going to be able to work out of the post, and just being able to shoot as a big is something that Pascal Siakam does really well. The Pacers play with a tremendous amount of spacing on the court because both Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam can shoot the jumper at a very elite range. Pretty much the whole team can shoot at a very elite clip. So 85 midi, 75 three-pointer. One thing to keep in mind is that you're not going to be able to put this much higher if you think that you want to cap break the midi instead. I'll show you guys right here. So our mid-range only goes up to a 87. So you're not going to be able to get 90, but I want to say, in my personal opinion, that 85 mid-range is more than enough. So let's go ahead and move on to the playmaking. The pass accuracy is going to be a 75. That's going to give us silver break starter and silver dimer. 75 is actually plenty. I used to think that this was the bare minimum. I've since changed that opinion to think that maybe 60 somewhere is the bare minimum. 75 is actually pretty dang good. I don't know if that changes with each season as they make new patches, but 75 is really good. You're gonna be able to throw dimes once you get the defensive rebound and the O board with the 75 pass ac. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get our ball handle any lower because this is tied to our post control, but the ball handle is pretty good, and you see here we're going to be able to get silver strong handle and silver unpluckable, which I can't complain about. The speed with ball is a 60, so you are going to be able to occasionally flick the right stick forward, be able to do that sort of push dribble animation and get pretty far with it. Now keep in mind, you're not going to be able to, I would say, cross up your defender and be super crazy with the dribbles in that regard, and that's okay because Pascal Siakam don't really do that anyways. But for the pass accuracy, that's 75, the ball handle 67, the 60 speed with ball. I think that complements Pascal Siakam's skill set pretty well. Now let's go ahead and move on to the defense. This is where I feel this build is absolutely elite. Can literally do everything on defense. So let's move to the interior defense. The 84 interior is going to give us this post lockdown on silver. We're going to pair that with a perimeter defense of an 84. The reason why I wanted to go with 84 is we're going to be able to get gold immovable enforcer. Gold immovable enforcer is a pretty elite badge. Like I mentioned in the intro, you can guard 1 through 5. Because you have that 83 speed and you have that 83 agility, you're going to be able to guard 1 through 5. There's not a position on the court that you can't guard with an 84 interior and an 84 perimeter. 82 interior rather. Our steal, we're going to put that at a 73 steal. We're going to be able to get silver interceptor with that. The good news is that this is a tier 1 badge, so you could +1 this if you'd like, and then you can also +1 some of your tier 2 badges. Like you can put this post fade phenom all the way up to Hall of Fame if you so choose as you get further in the season, and unlock the +1 tier on your badges. And then for our block, we're going to be able to get all the way up to an 84 block. You see, the reason we want an 84 is because we're going to be able to get silver paint patroller. And then for our O board and our D board, we actually get all the way up to an 80, and then our defensive rebound, we made sure to get a high defensive rebound of 92. We're going to be able to get gold rebound chaser, gold box out beast, gold pogo stick. Guarding the 1 through 5 at an elite level is what Pascal Siakam does. This build contributes on offense. On defense, you could argue that it's even more elite. At 6'7", you'll be surprised the amount of rebounds that you can snag, especially with that speed, especially paired with that vertical. The block, you're going to be able to get blocks. Occasionally, you're not going to be the most elite rim protector, but you are going to be able to at least get a contest. And then And for the steel silver interceptor, +1 that to gold, and you'll be more than alright. This build is just an overall beast. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. Let me show you guys the type of shades that we got, because I was actually really impressed with the shades. We got Josh Smith, Bam Adebayo, Jalen Johnson. I think that complements Pascal Siakam very well. Again, put him on the Bulls if you want to be number 43. We're going to be a versatile enforcer. But let me know what you thought about the build. Share it with granny, auntie, uncle, and all that. Thank you guys. If you guys made it to this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. God bless you guys. Until the next one, deuces.